So, welcome to Tech Talk. In this episode, let us watch and listen to how a cybersecurity hacker can get you or your organization. Today, I'm connected to an experienced hacker who agreed to show us how he can trick a person and hack their phone or even systems. So, over to you.
Well, it is very easy to hack someone in general. In this case, we created a fake company. We sent an email to our victim, and it looks like it comes from a legit enterprise news company. But it actually contains a link to a malicious site. And once it clicks the link, it will automatically download a file on the phone. Once it installs the app, uh, it will we will have access to the phone. So from here, once we have a reverse shell on that person's phone, we can easily get his contacts, all his messages, even get a location, even record audio or get images on live feed.
You can even hear his voice, you could get his recordings.
Yes, you can even get live feed, intercepting user's camera. You can record without even noticing you are there.
Man. So, how difficult is it to hack someone? I mean, you make it sound so easy.
Well, in general, it's fairly easy to hack a person. It all depends on a couple of questions. First, who is that person? Second, what is the main objective and what are we trying to achieve? Do you want to get personal information, bank accounts? Do you want to expose them? And third, uh, his or her actual knowledge on security in general. If someone has no clue about security, then the task will be much easier. They will definitely click a link or download a file without hesitation. But if he or she is well versed in security concepts and has an overall knowledge on security, then we have to take further, more complex actions to hack that person. But everyone is hackable.
Oh, oh dear, that's really disastrous. So who do you usually target then? What's your aim? Who do you want to get?
Well, as individuals, usually there are C-suite executives that are targeted because they have access to important information like trades, accounts, and have little to no knowledge on security. And on the other hand, there are key executives in a company, people who have access to different structures of an organization. And of course, the company itself and all its resources.
I was talking to someone who was hacked and their company lost millions of dollars. Took a while. So what are the steps for hacking a person or a company? You know, what do you do?
Well, there are a couple of steps. But the first thing will be to get as much information on that company or person as we can from publicly available resources. Well, this means internet, newspapers, articles, blogs, careers, forums. Then we create a profile of that company from the known resources. You know, maybe many have information stored out there on the internet. They don't know about it. And this includes emails, passwords, SSH keys, tokens, many more. Uh, for a company, for example, we try to use the information gathered from the internet. Then we look for publicly exposed services or domains. We try to get access. Uh, there have been times when the username and password were set to admin and admin, or the SSH keys were found lying there on GitHub. But if none of this work, although most of the time they do, we take a look at the infrastructure and try to find weaknesses in that company. This can be either vulnerable applications or default credentials. In a nutshell, we try to get in by attacking their infrastructure. And if it's a person, well, after we get as much information about that target individual, we start to create a campaign against him. This includes, and it's not limited to phishing, email, social media attacks, wishing, and other activities that will encourage him or her to install or click a malicious link sent from us. And once he has installed an app, downloaded the file, or clicked the link, we got him. If he does this on the company computer, well, it's even better. For example, in order to hack a phone for a C-level, we even go as far as create an app, upload it into a Google Play, then start a mass campaign to determine the victim to download that application. We can even go on attacking other peoples within the organization and from then to our target or person of interest.
That's a lot of work to get through. So clearly, it's a very organized process. I wanted to also ask you. You've agreed to tell us what precautions should I or anyone take to avoid at least or minimize being hacked. Would you be able to share this with us?
Yes, of course. Well, employees should be very careful on what they download and install on their computer. This is especially important if they do it in the corporate workstation. They should install software and access content only from trusted resources. Also, it's very important to respect the policies and procedures in place for that organization. And companies should implement all the necessary security measures to prevent, detect, and minimize the attack surface. This involves adding IDS, IPS, firewalls, and have policies and procedures to handle any threat.
Amazing. So thank you very much for answering my questions. I know you didn't want to tell us more, but I will actually share the fact that the hacker you have listened to is an ethical hacker who fights crime and is a member of Ingram Micro's Cybersecurity Center of Excellence. We help companies fight cybercrime. To find out more, do visit our website to get expert advice and help. Julian will help you. Thank you. Our next episode in Tech Talk will be how we apply or how companies apply artificial intelligence to cybersecurity and to securing organizations. So let us see how AI works in securing our lives. Thanks.